Could they sense water vibrations and grow toward it, warn each other of danger through smell, or even sleep at night? These are 10 facts about plants that sound fake, but are actually true. Did you know that plants can hear water to find it? Scientists studied pea plants and discovered that their roots can detect vibrations caused by water moving inside pipes. In the experiment, the roots were able to grow toward the sound of water, even when there was no moisture in the soil. This means the plants were not following humidity, but the vibrations themselves. The study showed that roots can use these sound signals to locate a water source from a distance. When both moisture and sound were present, the roots preferred real moisture, but still reacted to the vibrations. This suggests that sound helps them detect water first, before reaching it precisely. The researchers describe this as sensing vibrations, not hearing like humans do. Even so, it reveals that plants can respond to their environment in more complex ways than we thought. So in a sense, plants can listen to water to survive. Did you know that some plants can recognize their own relatives? Some species grow less aggressively when they are surrounded by genetically related plants. Instead of competing intensely for resources like water and nutrients, they reduce their root growth. However, when they grow next to unrelated plants, they expand their roots more to compete. This means they can distinguish between family members and strangers. Scientists have shown that this behavior happens through interactions in the roots. It is not a conscious decision, but a biological response shaped by evolution. By competing less with their relatives, plants can avoid wasting energy. This can improve the survival of the group as a whole. It reveals that plants are more complex than they seem. Even without a brain, they can respond differently depending on who is around them. Did you know that plants can have memory without a brain? Even though they don't have a nervous system, some plants can remember past experiences. In experiments with Mimosa pudica, scientists observed that the plant initially closed its leaves when exposed to a repeated stimulus, as if it were a threat. However, after the same harmless stimulus was repeated many times, the plant stopped reacting. This means it learned that the situation was not dangerous. Even more surprising, the plant kept this behavior for days, showing that it retained the information. This process is known as habituation, a simple form of learning. It allows the plant to ignore irrelevant signals and save energy. This is not memory like in humans, but a biological response shaped by experience. Still, it shows that plants can store and use information from the past. Did you know plants can call for help when they are being eaten? When insects attack them, some plants release special chemicals into the air. These substances travel through the environment and act like signals. Nearby predators such as parasitoid wasps can detect these signals. They use them to find the insects that are feeding on the plant. In a way, the plant is indirectly defending itself. The chemicals can even vary depending on the type of insect attacking. This makes the signal more precise and effective. It's not a conscious action, but a natural defense mechanism. Through this process, plants increase their chances of survival. It's like a hidden communication system in nature. Did you know that some plants can actually count? The Dionaea muscipula, also known as the Venus flytrap, doesn't close its trap randomly. It only snaps shut when its tiny sensory hairs are touched at least twice within a short time. This helps the plant avoid wasting energy on things like raindrops or debris. But it gets even more interesting. After closing, the plant keeps counting additional touches to decide how much energy to use for digestion. The more movement it detects, the stronger its response becomes. This means the plant is not just reacting, but processing information over time. Scientists like Rainer Hedrick have shown that these responses are controlled by electrical signals inside the plant. Even without a brain, it can track repeated stimuli and adjust its behavior. In a simple way, it's making decisions based on numbers. This shows that plant behavior can be far more complex than it seems. Did you know that some plants can live for thousands of years? The Pinus longiva, also known as the bristlecone pine, is one of the oldest living organisms on Earth. Some of these trees can reach ages of nearly 5,000 years. One famous example is a tree nicknamed Methuselah, which is over 4,789 years old. Scientists determined its age by studying its growth rings. These trees survive in extremely harsh environments, with cold temperatures, strong winds, and poor soil. Because they grow very slowly, they can live much longer than most other plants. Their wood is also highly resistant to insects and decay. Even after thousands of years, they continue to grow and survive. This shows just how incredible and resilient plant life can be. Did you know that some plants sleep at night? This behavior, called foliar nyctinasty, is when plant leaves change their position in a daily cycle. During the day, leaves stay open and horizontal to capture as much sunlight as possible for photosynthesis. but at night, they move into a more vertical position by rising, folding, or twisting. Scientists believe this movement may have several advantages, such as helping regulate temperature, removing water from the surface, and even preventing confusion from moonlight. One interesting idea is that this behavior acts as a defense mechanism. By closing their leaves at night, plants may make it easier for predators like bats and owls to detect and hunt the insects feeding on them. With less foliage blocking sound, movement, and scent, these predators can locate prey more easily. This means the plant indirectly protects itself by helping its enemies. In addition, this behavior may discourage herbivores from feeding altogether or push them toward other plants. Overall, Nyctinasty shows that plants have complex strategies to survive, even without a brain. Did you know that plants can smell danger? When a plant is attacked by insects, it releases special chemicals into the air called volatile organic compounds. Nearby plants can detect these airborne signals and respond before they are even touched. As a result, they activate their own defenses in advance, making it harder for insects to feed on them. In experiments with plants like Solanum tuberosum, those exposed to these signals suffered less damage compared to others. This means plants are not just passive organisms, but active participants in their environment. They can sense chemical warnings from their neighbors and react accordingly. Even without a brain or nose, they effectively perceive threats through the air. This ability helps them survive and adapt to constant danger. Did you know that some plants look like living stones? Lithop species, also known as living stones, show some of the most extreme adaptations in the plant kingdom to survive in dry, harsh environments. Their leaves are uniquely designed to perform photosynthesis while minimizing water loss. The top of the leaves has windows that let sunlight reach inner photosynthetic tissues, while protective compounds block harmful UV radiation. The above-ground parts of the leaves have more chlorophyll A, maximizing photosynthesis in bright light, while the below-ground parts have structures and pigments that make the most of low-light conditions. This combination allows lithops to thrive in both full sun and shade. Their ability to adjust to changing light conditions gives them an incredible survival advantage in extreme deserts. In other words, these plants are not only camouflaged like rocks, but are also physiologically optimized to live in some of the toughest habitats on Earth. Did you know some plants grow so fast you could almost watch them move in real time? Bamboo, especially Philostachys edulis, can grow over 90 centimeters in a single day, and sometimes even more than 1 meter in just 24 hours. That means it can grow taller than a ruler in a single day. If you looked at it in the morning and then again at night, you might actually notice the difference. It's one of the fastest growing plants on the entire planet. This crazy speed helps bamboo grow quickly to reach sunlight and take over space before other plants can. In just a few days, a small shoot can turn into a tall stem. Even though it looks simple, bamboo is incredibly efficient at growing fast without stopping. Nature basically gave it a fast-forward button,